This is our sole proprietorship project by Tiger, me, David, and William. So what is a sole proprietorship? A sole proprietorship is a simple type of business which one owner bears the responsibility for the entire business, essentially any business with a single owner. So a sole proprietorship offers several advantages and disadvantages. For advantages, sole proprietorships offer owners full control of profits and business direction. And this makes sense since there's only one owner to manage the entire business and take up all the profits. And they're relatively easy to set up in that you only really need a business license and business permit. And sole proprietorships are eligible for government support, which comes in the form of various training seminars provided by the government and also federal loans, which are usually at a lower interest rate. Also, there are little regulations for sole proprietorships, meaning that government bureaucracy will likely have a little burden on the operations of your business. Some disadvantages of sole proprietorships are unlimited liability, which means if something happens, the business owner must be liable to pay for any damages or expenses brought on by a specific event. Another disadvantage could be that it's hard to gather and raise funds needed for the business. And this is due to sole proprietorships being only based on a single person, with banks and other money lenders usually unwilling or hesitant to lend money. And of course, because sole proprietorships are usually based on one centered around a single individual, they usually have a very limited lifespan when that individual retires.
How popular are sole proprietorships in the US? It is shown that over 70% of all registered businesses are sole proprietorships, and it is pretty clear that Americans favor freedom over their business. Of that 70%, over 23 million sole proprietorships are currently operating in the US. However, most sole proprietorships are small in scale and sales. The majority have tax returns of under 25,000 a year. About 1% of all sole proprietorships have tax returns over 1 million or more. Out of all business, only 4% of all business sales are made by sole proprietorships.
Current sole proprietorships. Hawaii Learning Center has been operating for over 20 years in Hacienda Heights, and the business provides a service or a range of service, including tutoring for math and Chinese skills towards the students' demographics. Hawaii Learning Center employed 10 people at its peak, and some notable employees include Simone Yu, Ronald Lude, and Jake Shea. The sole owner, Heidi Wang, graduated from Sun Yat-sen University in 1996. And according to her, she has over 20 years of experience, both in and out of a school setting. The pros and cons, according to the owner, having the opportunity to provide for my family while simultaneously fostering our world's future. And the worst or the cons, quote, since the market is so unpredictable, your revenue is not always guaranteed.
So a prior sole proprietorship was Thomas Jefferson's plantation in Monticello. So Thomas Jefferson was 83 when he died, and he graduated from the College of William and Mary in 1764. At its peak, Thomas Jefferson employed over 100 employees on his plantation. So the Monticello plantation first produced tobacco, but shifted to producing wheat and grains in the 1790s. Thomas Jefferson owned and operated his plantation for 58 years, from 1768 till his death in 1826. Monticello was subsequently sold after Jefferson's death, ending the business.